Well, week off, what's the mood in the camp like now ahead of the Scotland game?
Yeah, the boys are in good form. They've been, they had a bit of downtime. They were able to. Some came back to tour. Some went away with their families for a little bit. We trained quite hard towards the end of last week. So they're in good form. They're in good shape, and they're looking forward to the game.
From a coach point of view, how happy were you or satisfied were you with the performance against South Africa?
We were delighted. It was a brilliant performance. South Africa were excellent on the day. Caused us an awful lot of problems, but we were really adaptable. We dug in defensively. We were excellent. Frustrated with a few bits and pieces in our game, but that's the way it is. It's never perfect, and it's just all about how you react. And I felt our boys reacted really well.
In the first half against South Africa, the line-out struggled a little bit. So how important is making sure a line-out and the scrums function to the way Ireland play?
I presume it's important for every team. You want possession, particularly some of those early lineouts we lost. They were inside in the South African 22. They're pretty important lineouts in terms of trying to get points on the board, be it from penalties or be it from tries. So you can survive when you lose one on the halfway or whatever it is. Who knows what'll come of that, but it's frustrating when you lose some inside the 22. So that was disappointing, but the boys recovered really well. I was really impressed with how the hookers and the line-out leaders recovered and got us back on track, and pretty much delivered for the rest of the game.
And what does it say about the resilience and sort of the determination of this squad that they withstood whatever South Africa had to throw at them?
Yeah, that's what they enjoy the most. I think they enjoy being challenged. They enjoy it when it's tricky, and they enjoy it when it's tough. They enjoy when they come across things they haven't seen before and they have to figure them out. I suppose they have a lot of experience in their group playing for Ireland, but they have a lot of experience in their provinces as well. Different coaches and different styles of play, and they come across different styles of play when they play in their clubs in Europe. So they're very good at adapting to what's put in front of them. So that's probably the most pleasing part of some of the wins we've had in the past, and some of and possibly the win against South Africa as well.
And how important is it now to put that win behind you and sort of try and ignore the furore, if you will, that people sort of have been discussing over the last couple of days around the Ireland, South Africa, Scotland permutations, and just focus on the game against Scotland?
Yeah, that's the priority, just focus on the game, but they're good at that. The players are good at that. It probably, it goes back a long time, maybe even to the Joe Schmidt era, about just being next match focused and not being too bothered around the noise outside it. They have to deal with that every week, like anyone has to deal with it every week when they play international rugby or they play big games for their clubs, and they're very good at being focused in the next moment. And it has allowed them to play in perform well in big pressure games in the past. So they're aware of the permutations and what we need to do, but it wouldn't be a big focus for us.
And you play Scotland quite regularly in the Six Nations. You know each other quite well. Having seen them so far this tournament, what do you expect from them as a team?
You probably expect a bit of the unexpected. I think Gregor Townsend and all the teams he's coached, they throw different things at you. And then you've got a guy like Finn Russell or Blair Kinghorn in the team who can create little bits of magic. So you have to expect the unexpected. They like to play for sure. They throw the ball around a bit, but they've an excellent forward pack as well. They've managed to score some maul tries in recent games. So yeah, you got to expect the unexpected, and then you expect a quick, free-flowing game, and then you expect a tough battle up front. It's probably, it's what you expect from most teams these days. But Scotland are particularly good at it. They've had the same coaching staff for a long time. They've had a core kind of senior player group for a long time. They know what they stand for, and it's always a really difficult challenge whenever we play them.
Final two questions. Just wanted to talk about Peter Mahoney, potential 100th cap this weekend, but his next game, whenever it might be, will be his 100th cap. What's he like as a character in the team?
He's a great character. He's always been a leader type. I mean, I would have been playing for Munster when he would have come into the academy first, and I would have met him when he was 18 years of age. He's always had leadership about him. He was a captain in his school and all that stuff, and a captain underage. So, he's a real good communicator, speaker. And leads really well by his actions. Then he's able to really get aligned very quickly with what the coaches want, and he's very good at delivering that. I think he in recent years certainly he's playing some of the best rugby of his career. And he's willing to do whatever is right for the team. He was out of the team there for a long time, and he was excellent as a sub in terms of preparing the starting group, in terms of preparing the subs, in terms of being able to come off the bench and fit in and add an impact. So he had to wait his time to get back into the team, and since he's done that, he's done really well. Real good support for the captains, real good presence in the leadership group. He's obviously a real competitor, but he's a very calm character as well. I think he's able to be calm in the big moments, and I think that's been a big help to the captain in recent times with Ireland, and probably contributed to him playing really well in recent times as well.
You mentioned there he'd sort of been out of the squad. It reminded me, Jack Conan and a couple of the other players haven't made it into the starting team yet because they've been recovering from injury. But how determined are they to get out on the pitch and enjoy this tournament as much as the rest of the team?
Yeah, it's a big part of when you pick the squad and you have a few injured guys. It's a big decision on whether on what you do. So I think some of the guys that have gotten back in are eager to kind of repay that trust. Dan Sheehan has done great since he's come back in, and Jack Conan has been back on the field now. If the week off hadn't come at a different time, he could have probably played last weekend, but he's available for selection this weekend, and he's been training with the lads now and helping them prepare the starting group and getting in there for a few reps himself. So he'll be eager to do well, and he'll add whatever he has to do this weekend. He'll add to us.
That's everything. Thank you very much.